Shalom, all praise on the glory to Yahweh, Bashim, Yahweh Shai, Bashim, Wakaka Dutch. I want to my apostles and elders, all right, of the great millstone. All praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bashim, Yahweh Shai, Bashim, Wakaka Dutch. All praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bashim, Yahweh Shai. All right. All praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bashim, Yahweh Shai, Bashim, Wakaka Dutch. Like I said, double honors to my apostles and elders of the great millstone. Today's date is August 9th, Sunday. Not going live today, obviously. But Lord willing, the message is edifying. We're gonna, put it out like this. I'll upload it later, and we'll see how it works. But basically, I want to start off, man, basically in the book of Psalms 91. All right, and Lord willing, we up in that tabernacle of the Lord, being that the judgment is going out. All right. What sort of mind should we be in, like, towards the Lord? All right, is the Lord pleased with our works? We got to ask the Lord to have mercy, because a lot of times, we're not where we need to be. We're in that, you know what I'm saying? We're following the Lord, but the Lord is requiring in these last days more from us, more suffering, more all these things. He's going to put you in situations and try your patience, try your works. That's why the scriptures say, His work shall be revealed. Your work shall be revealed by fire. All right, that's that temptation. That's those things that Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego had to go through. Those things that Ephesians chapter 6 and 12 speak about. All right? We're all about to be heavily tried, especially in the blackouts and the civil wars and all these things that are coming up on the earth. All right? All these things are coming, and they hasten up on the earth. They're hasting. They're hasting to come to pass. All right? Meaning, basically, they can't, like the Lord, like the spirits of vengeance. It speaks about in the book of Sirach, chapter 39, and this is like the NLT version. Let's go to Sirach. See, everything going to happen that the Lord said was going to happen, man. All right? Everything the Lord said was going to happen is going to happen. All this wind is blowing really hard. Let's just bring it out. And the laptop. Yeah, so Sirach. Chapter 39. Start at verse 28. And it says, there be spirits that are created for vengeance. Right. Which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. Fire and hail and famine and death, all these were created for vengeance. That's right, fire and hail and famine, meaning hunger, and death. All these were created for vengeance. So the Lord is about to increase the fire in this place. As you can see, people are walking around stressed out already. But they're really about to be stressed out. Because a lot of people every year are going homeless. A lot of people every year are losing jobs and can't find a job. For months upon months, they put in thousands of applications. Yeah, we in that time, man. We in that time when the Lord is bringing great judgment upon this earth. And we can see these things happen. All right? It's war going on. It's pestilence lurking in the background. Cyclone this and, extreme bacteria or extreme diarrhea. It's all types of stuff going on, man. All types of plagues. All types of sun. The sun is killing a lot of people. Earthquakes in diverse places. All types of plagues, man. Spirits that are created for vengeance. That's a plague. It's a plague when somebody goes up in the school and shoots up the schools and brings all types of mourning to families. Those are swords. Those are plagues, swords. Different pestilences, mental health. The Lord said about mental health. He said that the sea and the waters roaring. Was that Luke 21? The sea and the waves roaring. Men's hearts failing them for fear. Yeah, they're failing them for fear of looking after those things which are coming upon the earth, man. All right. Those waters spoken about in Revelations. I think it's Revelations chapter 13. Revelation. No, it's in 17. Revelation chapter 17. And this is basically proving that the waters are the peoples, right? The people are the waters. Revelation 17, and I'll start at 3, and it says I'll start at 1. Revelation 17 and 1. And there came one of the 7 angels, which had the 7 vials, and talked with me, saying unto me, Come hither, I will show unto thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters. The judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters. Right. And later on, the angel expounds it to him. What are these waters, right? Let's skip down. In verse 2, it says, Upon many waters, it says, with whom the kings of the earth had committed fornication. Right. Everywhere all these different allies of America, they got McDonald's, they got pornography, they got man with man, woman with woman. A lot of them probably, they don't represent that, but especially like in Europe, places like Great Britain and all those places where Esau Edom, the so-called white man, has traveled, and all these places that he's conquered, he tries to push homosexuality on the people. That's why he keeps on getting kicked out of different countries. Everybody's tired of him. They call him the Great White Satan over there in the West Asia. All right? So the kings of the earth had committed fornication. And that fornication, all right, starts, all right, with the things that they allow. All right? And usury is huge. The Lord speaks about usury. All right, huge. That's why America's in huge debt. The things that they allow all types of abominations that are against the Lord. All right? And the Lord speaks about being in league with the fornicator, being in league with people like that do usury, that do all these things. He said, hey, those people are going to die. That's why America is falling. That's why Babylon, America is falling. Revelations chapter 17, let me skip down. It says, verse 2, it says, with whom the kings of the earth had committed fornication, and the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of her fornication. Yeah, that strong drink. All right, that's what, therefore the nations are mad, right? All right, because they done woke up from that hangover from the American dollar, man. An American dollar is crap. All right, you got America buying up all types of Japanese yen, all right, trying to back up their dollar because the dollar is pretty much over with, man. Inflation is going to keep on going, all right, because, hey, they're steady sending your tax dollars over to different countries. You know, the American worker is almost out of a job. You know, he barely can pay his bills. He barely can keep food on the table, man. He barely can even think. You know, he's definitely not seeing his children. All right? Because he's at work all the time. Or she. They don't even know their kids anymore. All right, because you got a slave for the so-called white man. You got to be his slave. You got to pay him his taxes so he can continue in his wickedness. You know, there's a day coming when all this shit is going to stop. All that's going to stop, man. The Lord is going to bring down the white man. And everybody is suffering up under this devil, man. Let me go back. So those many waters, right? Verse 7, Revelation 17. And I'll start at verse 4. Might as well read verse 2 again. It says, with whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication, and the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of her fornication. It says, so he carried me away in the spirit into the wilderness, and I saw a woman sit upon a scarlet-colored beast, full of names of blasphemy, having 7 heads and 10 horns. And the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color. Right? And those horns go into the different kingdoms, different rulerships. All right? Seven heads and 10 horns. And basically that's going into, what's that? Germania Major, Germania Minor, Spain, Great Britain, Rome, Greece. Hold on. I'm missing one. It's Rome, Greece, Spain, Great Britain, Germania Major, Germania Minor. So those are the 7 heads, but and the 10 horns are just the vassal states that support. They're basically like NATO today, are just supporters of Great Babylon, right? I hope that I got that right. Yeah, and it says, and the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color, meaning they was rich, and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls. Let's talk about America today. Having a golden cup in her hand full of abominations and filthiness of her fornication. And you look at the porn industry, you look at all these, they got AI like that can be your girlfriend or boyfriend. They got all types of, like you're constantly worshiping the demon, all right, when you're following this system. They got AI girlfriends that tell them, young men to take out their parents, man. You know, AI getting loose in the laboratory somewhere, AI getting loose and attacking different systems, all right? That's basically, you got ChatGPT, all these different things that are constantly taking your data, things that are recording you while you're driving everywhere. This is the beast system that we're witnessing, man. Flock cameras getting cut down everywhere, still being built. This is the beast system. Data centers, this is the beast system. This is that system, all right? All types of abominations against the Lord. And who runs the system? All right? The so-called white man runs the system. This is the system that the white man runs. That's an abomination against the Lord. It says, verse 5, and upon her forehead was the name written, Mystery Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth. Mystery Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots, the mother of whores. Harlots, meaning different gods that are not of the Lord. So you worshiping different gods that are not of the Lord. They worshiping Dagon in America. They worshiping Baal. They worshiping Baphomet. They worshiping that little Buddha dude. They worshiping everything that's not of the Lord. You have Bashmi Al-Shah. All right, that's why the Lord is bringing great judgment upon this place, right? All right, and the judgment's not going to stop. All right. And it says, and I saw the woman drunken with the blood of the saints, right? Because they're gonna come after us, and with the blood of the martyrs of Yahushua. And when I saw her, I wondered with great admiration. Verse 7, Revelation 17:7. And the angel said unto me, wherefore didst thou marvel? I will tell thee the mystery of the woman and of the beast that carrieth her. Right. So the woman is America, being carried by NATO, the EU, and all the rest of the beasts. All right. And I will tell you the mystery of the woman and of the beast that carrieth her, which hath the 7 heads and the 10 horns. And it says, verse 8, the beast that thou sawest was and is not, right, and shall ascend out of the bottomless pit. The bottomless pit is Europe, right? Was and is not. It was the Roman Empire, but it's not. But it's going to come back again. All right, America is Rome 2.0. If you can't tell, hey, Rome had fast food restaurants. Rome had an eagle for its national bird. Rome had these pillars, these different they like to dwell in the clefts of the rocks, right? These buildings and shit, everything, man. The homosexuality that was represented in Rome. That's why Revelations chapter 11 speaks about spiritually Rome and Egypt, where our Lord was crucified, man. Matter of fact, let's pull that real quick, just to get a precept. Man, this damn thing is not working like I wanted to. But we're gonna work with it, man. It's all good. Revelations 11. Revelation chapter 11. And verse 8, and it says, in their dead bodies. Now we gotta read this. This is heavy. Let me get straight to the point. And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of that great city. Right, because these people are going to come after us, man. Our dead bodies, the prophets' dead bodies, shall lie in the street of that great city. Right, that great city talking about America. And their dead bodies, let's go back. Revelation 11. And I'll start at 7. It says, and when they shall have finished their testimony, talking about the prophets, the beast that ascendeth out of the bottomless pit, out of Europe, shall make war against them, and shall overcome them and kill them. That's right. That time is coming again. All right? That time is coming. They're going to come against the prophets. They're going to blame something on the prophets. All right? That's why YouTube's been so weird over the years. They take your videos down, take your page down, and then give it back to you, and all this other stuff. And, you know, they're constantly collecting the things that you say. All right? They got videos that was going out not too long ago of a young man speaking with America against Iran or something, and then they were making it seem like he was like a terrorist and things like that. A young so-called black man, a Hebrew Israelite man, about 14, 15 years old. They was able to go in with the AI and change the video up, change the audio up. They're able to do those sort of things, man. All right, so yeah, they're going to come after us because they're going to try to blame us. Just like they did Daniel, right? Got him to go into the lion's den. They're going to try to blame us. Oh, when he pray or whatever, we're going to make something up. That's what they're doing in the background right now. That's what they're doing in the background right now. They're trying to come up with a plan, all right, to put you in prison. All right, but the Lord ain't let them move on us yet, man. All right, because it's not that time. All right, and the Lord is going to protect us. He's going to give us that power too. All right, we're going to get busy. You're going to get on your asses, man. All right, some of us might die, but a lot of us going to get that power. We're going to fuck you people up out here, man. Yeah, so the point that I wanted to get was verse 8, Revelations 11 and 8. And it says, and their dead bodies shall lie in the street of that great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt. Sodom, why? Because obviously man and man, woman with woman. Idolatry, adultery, boyfriend number 2, boyfriend number 3. You know, feminism. All right, they've broken the family structure. All right, spiritually Egypt, because we're paying taxes every day. We're constantly in bondage. You got to pay these bills, or else you're going to be a poor person in the streets. And no poor person can live in the streets no more, because if you're homeless, you can go to jail for being homeless, man. So that's what we're facing. All right. Spiritually Sodom and Egypt, where our Lord was crucified, man. Going back. Wind is blowing way too much. Going back to St. Luke, right? Actually, I was in Revelations. Let's finish that Revelation 17. Revelation 17, because I was speaking about the waters, right? Verse 15, and he saith unto me, the waters which thou sawest, where the horse sitteth, right? The waters which thou sawest, where the horse sitteth, meaning America, Babylon the Great. The waters which thou sawest, where the horse sitteth. It says, the waters which thou sawest, where the whore, America, sitteth, are peoples and multitudes and nations and tongues. All right? Many people are here. You got to get passports to go different places, but also you got to get passports to come to America. In order to be a pilot, you have to speak the American language. All right, this is how you know who is Esau Edom. All right, in the end of the days, it's the so-called white man. All right, who owns the banking systems? It's not at the Rothschilds. All right, the 13 families. All right, the banking systems, they pretty much run the world, run the stock market. All right, these oil industries. All right, BlackRock, Rockefeller, all these different industries. Now Elon Musk is getting a little money in there, but he's small compared to these ones that really run things, right? All right, you got Bill Gates out there trying to force you to take the vaccine anyway. You got Fauci on trial, pleading the fifth every 5 seconds. He wouldn't even tell him what color his tie was or what color his shirt was, man. All right, because he knows that he's a damn devil. All right, and the Lord's about to destroy him. All right, because the white man gonna let him get away, just like the white man let the Epstein people get away. Basically, what I'm trying to say is, what's this? Luke chapter 21 and 25, when we talked about the waters, and it says, and there should be signs in the sun. Yeah, the sun been fucking people up lately, man. Forgive my French. It's been destroying things. There should be signs in the sun, yeah. And in the moon, yeah, it's been all types of different moons. Red moon, blue moon, cherry moon, strawberry moon. All right, they just crashed into the moon. Said they crashed into the moon with the Elon Musk rocket. All right, you know, they're constantly seeing so-called UFOs going back and forth from the moon and the sun. The sun be pretty much charging them up. It says, and there should be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars. Over the years, you're seeing all types of signs in the sun, solar vortexes. All right, just look over in Europe. They've been 20,000 people got melted by the sun not too long ago. And the Lord is tired of you people, man. It says, and upon the earth, distress of nations. All types of nations are going against their leaders, man. Are taking them down. Distress of nations, man. All right, all types of people are upset because of why? Because of usury, because of taxes, because they can't afford anything. There's no jobs. All right, there's not a good amount of money to go around in any country. Right? All right, all these countries are struggling, but they got enough money for war. They got enough money to feed the beast system, but they ain't got enough money to keep their people happy. That wake up every single day and go to work, all right, for the same factory for 20 years, all right, and still can't afford to live, man. All right, people can't afford to buy homes. They can't afford to rent a home. All right, in order to rent a place these days, you got to have like 3 times the amount. All right, a person, people, making $24-25 an hour today is basically like making $10 an hour. Man. Hey, that ain't even nothing, man. All right, you go to the store and you spend 120 easily on like 3 or 4 items, man. All right, you get 4 items and it's $100 already, man. All right, sometimes people just want to stay in the crib, man. Stay in the crib because you ain't got to pay nothing when you stay in the crib. All right, but still you're paying your rent. You got to pay that. You got to pay that cable bill or that Wi-Fi bill. All right, you got to pay your phone bill. You got nothing but bills, man. All right, and up under all of those bills, man, you probably left with like $20 in a week. Man. All right, to get to your next check, you better hope that you ain't got be getting paid every 2 weeks, man. All right, everybody's going into their 401ks, man. Everybody's the sea and the waves run. Let me read it. And there should be signs, Luke 21:25. And these are all the signs of the Lord coming, man. All right, we can see how people are mourning. People are mourning, all right, especially the Israelites in this captivity, especially the elect. The people are mourning. Our people are mourning, man. We're mourning. We're yearning for the Lord to come and take us out of this place, man. We're ready to go home. All right, because this is not our rest. This is a very wicked existence. This is very hard to deal with, all right? And there should be signs in the sun, yeah. Not too long ago in Europe, they had all types of people die from the sun. You've seen street lights and things melting, man. Different tires everywhere melting. Hey, the Lord is plaguing this place, man. All right, he's tearing the white man ass up. All right? And in the moon and in the stars and upon earth distress of nations with perplexity, man. All right, and we can get that word real quick in the Edom Online. Let's grab that, because I like getting that word perplexity. One of my favorite words. All right, let's grab that perplexity in the Edom Online. I know I got it on here somewhere. At least I thought I did. I got the Merriam-Webster. Where's my Edom Online at? Yeah, there it goes. All right. Perplexity. Perplexity, it says bewilderment, doubt, uncertainty. Right. Let me read that scripture again. Let's do this. Yeah. So let's read that scripture again and get this word perplexity. Luke 21:25, and there should be signs in the sun, and in the moon, and in the stars, and upon earth, and upon the earth, distress of nations. Distress with perplexity. Distress of nations with perplexity. All right, because people can't afford anything anymore. Going into usury. All right, and usury is not good, man. Let me read just about usury real quick. This is Psalms 15:5. It says, "He that putteth not out his money to usury, nor taketh reward against the innocent, he that doeth these things shall never be moved." But the one that does, right? Proverbs 28:8, it says, "He that by usury," going into how they tax you. how you got to get a tax. They tax your check, right? So they already took out the taxes. Then you go to the store, you get taxed. All right, you go to the pump, you get taxed. Everywhere you go, you get taxed. You paying a bill, you get taxed. All right, you go to the hospital, you get a hospital bill, you get taxed. Everything you're getting taxed on top of your check getting taxed. This is great usury, man. And then that money, the 401ks that you all wish that you think that you have, all right, they're going to use that, all right, to build up AI and things like that, man, in the future. They're going to take your 401ks away. They're talking about it already. They're talking about Social Security going away because they can't afford, all right, they can't afford to give you Social Security, man. All right, so nobody's going to retire, man. Nobody's going to be able to retire here, man. All right, they want you to work until you're dead. That's why we need the Lord to come, man. Because we can't do this shit. We ain't nobody working until they dead, man. Well, why we got to work until we dead for it, man? No, man, the Lord ain't make the earth like this. The Lord made it for us, our sakes. And we're not going to be up under you devils in no kind of way, shape, or form, man. The Lord is going to come back, all right, and take this shit over because this shit got to end. This waking up to an alarm clock every single day, talking to the man every day, the boss looking on you, you looking over your shoulder all the time, got to deal with this damn cracker devil all the time, man. All right? We're tired of it, man. We're tired of it. We're tired of having to call places and listen to the AI. You got to talk to the AI for the past 10 years. We're tired of that shit. Why can't we talk to a regular person, man? All right? And these systems are going to fail, man. All this AI and all this shit is made out of the elements. And guess who controls the elements, man? Our great king, our Lord, Yahushua Mashiach. He's going to come back with great fire and deliver his elect out of this place, man. Because the only thing that's going to make this place better is fire, man. It has to be purged with fire. That nuclear fire that's going to come from those thermonuclear warheads, man. That's the only thing that's going to cleanse America, man, because America is very great in its wickedness, man. Yeah, it's great. Make America great again, great wickedness, all right, in which they put you in bondage, in which you're still up under bondage while your birth certificate, your Social Security card, all right, you got to pay taxes on your vehicle every year. You got to get it. The lights or something. You gotta make sure the license plate is good all the time. We're tired of this place, man. All right, this is a very wicked environment. This place is very wicked towards the Lord, man. All right. Proverbs 28:8. He that by usury and unjust gain increaseth his substance, he shall gather it for him that will pity the poor. That's right. That reminds me of that story. Hey, it says he would tear down his barns. Right. Yeah, cause this devil, all right, he thinks that he's in bunkers and things right now. He thinks he's gonna go up under the bunkers and survive, which he is, but we're still gonna get him. All right, because he knows that the bombs are coming, man. He knows that the missiles are coming. That's why the rich are constantly grabbing bunkers. They got these data centers over the bunkers, pulling the water resources up under there. All right, they think they're gonna hide, man. All right, people can't afford anything. Yeah, this is Luke chapter 12 and verse 15. I'll start at verse 16. And he spake a parable unto them, saying, the ground of a certain rich man brought forth plentifully. Right. Esau, Edom. All right. Job chapter 9 and 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Right. Who's the wicked? Esau, Edom, so-called white man. So his land is bringing forth onto him because he's able to change things up. He's able to control shit, man. All right. It says, it's like the story of Lazarus, man. It says, and he said unto them, take heed and beware of covetousness. Right. Esau, Edom. He's very covetous. All right. He walking around. He got 400 plus years on a so-called black man. All right, they're not worried about anything in their households, man. Really, man. They don't have to go through having their lights cut off and shit like us, man. Or having this cut off, or going a week without this, or you know what I'm saying? They good. They good, man, in their lives. All right, like the scriptures say, they are not in trouble as other men, which they're not. They're not in trouble as other men. Other men got to go through way more stuff, and I'm getting somewhere with this. This is all through the spirit. We just gonna ride, man. I'm gonna ride for like 2 hours, whatever. All right, to feed the sheep, man. To feed my brothers. Brothers, I ain't doing it live today, but hey, when you see it, you're gonna see it. All right. I'm trying to get to a point here. All right, basically, you're going to need that protection of the Lord, man. Because great destruction is coming, man. It's too early to put that on there. Let's do that. Great destruction is coming to this place, man. All right? So it's Sunday. What day is it? August 9th. Sunday, August 9th. All praise unto what you have about Shemiel Shah. So it says, Luke chapter 12 and 16, and he spake a parable unto them, saying, the ground of a certain rich man, Esau Edom, brought forth plentifully, and he thought within himself, and that's what he's thinking today, right? Going back to Wisdom of Solomon chapter 2. And he thought within himself, saying, what shall I do, because I have no room where to bestow my fruits? And he said, this will I do. I will pull down my barns and build greater, and there will I bestow all my fruits and my goods. That's right. All right, so he said he's going to pull down his barns, all right, and build greater so he can fit all of his riches. All right, that's why they're building these bunkers. That's why, you know what I'm saying, they're buying up all types of properties. You know, Bill Gates buying up all types of land. All right, vaccinating all the cows and plants and things like that without your permission. You didn't tell the mug to do that, but he did it anyway. All right, changing your DNA without even asking and getting away with it. Committing genocide on a whole people and getting away with it. All right, paying money from your tax dollars and your 401ks to build these data centers, to give money to Israel and to Ukraine, to build weapons of war, and to commit genocide on people in Gaza, man. All right, so he can take those lands and build 15-minute cities. That's what he's doing over in Jordan and different other places. He just wants to take the land. The Greater Israel Project, right? And he thought within himself, saying, what shall I do, because I have no room where to bestow my fruits? Yeah, see, he thinks that his houses shall continue forever. Esau Edom. And he said, this will I do. I will pull down my barns and build greater, and there will I bestow all my fruits and my goods. And I will say to my soul, soul, thou hast much goods laid up for many years. Take thine ease, eat, drink, and be merry. That's right. Eat, drink, and be merry. Right. That's what Esau Edom think he gonna do. That's why you see these Edomites, they just walking around. All right, they're still in mirth. They think that everything gonna be okay. They don't think that nobody can touch America. They don't think that nobody can get close and put that fire on this place, man. They think that they're all gonna get away. They really think that everything is gonna get okay, man. Be okay soon. They sincerely think that in their hearts, man. Look at them, man. You can tell that that's what they think. It says, but the Most High said unto him, thou fool, this night thy soul shall be required of thee. Then who shall those things be which thou hast provided. That's right. You're very, very proud. All right, I'm gonna take down my. First and foremost, I got the money to tear down my other houses and build greater. All right, so that means not only do I got money, I'm using usury. I'm taxing people. I'm doing this, that, and the other. I'm not paying nobody their proper wages. Yeah, first and foremost, the first step is tearing it down. You need somebody to tear it down. All right, that means you got to pay somebody some money to tear it. So you got the money to tear it down. You got the money to build it back up. All right, you got all these riches from the Lord, and you don't recognize the Lord. All right, you have not going after any of His statutes and commandments, man. His law, statutes, and commandments. All right, you're totally against the Lord, Yahweh Shai. All right, and you're putting the people against the Lord. All right, this whole American system is a big simulation. It's like a big game to Esau Edom. He's sitting back with his hands like, you know what I'm saying, like doing games on the people, on their minds, man, on the populace. He's committing all types of crimes on little children. All right, all types of kids go missing every year, but you never hear from their mothers. You never hear if they got you hear every once in a while of like somewhere in California or this, that, and the other. But overall, man, like over 500,000 children go missing every year in America, man. And you only find like 500 of them. So where's the rest of them at? If you really look at the statistics, man, you see what I'm saying? Like, and you got all these places, especially at Bloomington, Indiana. This girl named Lauren Spear went missing, right? And before that, it was Jill Bierman. And all these times, things be going missing around here, and they never be finding them, man, until like 20 years, 30 years later. They still ain't found the situation with Lauren Spear, you know, which I think that the government be involved in that type of shit, man. Human trafficking. These hotels be having like different rooms to, you know, take a child through, like in the closet somewhere, and then they be up under the earth, and you never find them again, man. All right, the thing about it, I don't understand why the parents don't come forward. A bunch of parents be selling their children into human trafficking in America. That's why this is also spiritually Sodom and Egypt, man. All right, because you sell your children to Baphomet, man. You sacrifice them to these devils in order to succeed in this earth, man. All right, you want the money so bad that you'll give up your mom, you'll give up your wife, you'll give up your children, you'll set up a hit on them. Like those stories are in the archives, man, right here in America, man. All right, to have the money in order to please your flesh, man. All right, that's why this place is the Lord is about to destroy this place, man. All right, because you're not going to get away with that, man. You're not going to get away with that. All right, you got Israel setting up all these congressmen, all these people, Trump and everybody else putting on that little small hat and going over there and kissing this Wailing Wall and doing all types of abominations against the Lord, man. All right, all types of abominations against the Lord. All right, the Lord's about to destroy this place, man. Frame rate reduced to improve video quality. It says Luke chapter 12, and it says verse 20. It says, "But God said unto him, Thou fool, this night thy soul shall be required of thee." See, you thought like what was that Wisdom of Solomon chapter 2 say, man? Let us eat our rosebuds and be filled. Let's pull that out. See, the white man think he ain't gonna go down, but he is gonna go down, man. Let's pull the Wisdom of Solomon out. Wisdom of Solomon chapter 2, and I'll start at 1. It says, "For the ungodly said, reasoning within themselves, but not aright, our life is short and tedious." Right. Our life is short and tedious. "In the death of a man there is no remedy, neither was there any man known to return from the grave." Right. Any of you devils, yeah, you're not of the Lord. You're not, hey. It says, for we are born at all adventure, and we shall be hereafter as though we had never been. For the breath of, in our, yeah, because ain't nobody going to have remembrance of you anymore. Just like you try to do with everybody and all the other tribes. You try to cover up their history, the history in which you stole and changed the faces of the judges thereof. All right? You painted over their faces, and you changed the history. All right? Nobody's going to remember you anymore either. All right? It says, for we are born at all adventure, and we shall be hereafter as though we had never been. Yeah, nobody's going to remember you, just like you did to us. For the breath in our nostrils is as smoke, and a little spark in the moving of our heart, which being extinguished, our body shall be turned into ashes, and our spirit shall vanish as the soft air. Right, so you know that you're just going to go away as the wind. You know, just a puff of smoke. All right, then we should never, like a shit, like somebody go to the bathroom and take a number 2. You ain't seeing that no more, man. All right, that's how Esau Edom's going to be, so-called white man. It says, and our name shall be forgotten in time, and no man shall have our works in remembrance. And our life shall pass away as a trace of a cloud, and shall be dispersed as a mist that is driven away in the beams of the sun, and overcome with the heat thereof. For our time is a very shadow that passeth away, and after our end there is no returning. For it is fast sealed, so that no man cometh again. It says, come on therefore. Right, this is their thoughts these days. That's why they're coming down with great wrath, because they know that they got a short time. They're coming down with their AI, all right, their military industrial complex. All right, this war is going to go on. This war ain't going to stop. They're going to have to send ground troops, all right, because it's all of the Lord. And they need those minerals and things in there. They need to go inside there. But they're going to be slaughtered, man. All right? You got Russia, Iran. You got a few of them over there. Saudi Arabia and a few of them signed a pact the other day. A defensive pact. Turkey, Saudi Arabia, Turkey, and I forget the other one. But yeah, it's going down, man. Like all these BRICS nations are forming. All right? They're moving money without the American dollar, man. All right? And the American dollar is just dwindling. All right? All right, so these Americans in the military, hey, they're going against Trump. They're letting them know, like, hey, we shouldn't be doing this, man. All right? But he's going to push them into that slaughterhouse, man. And a bunch of kids are about to get drafted. A bunch of people about to go over to that war. That's all on the table. That's what's about to happen, man. And it's nothing that you can do about it. All right, because that's how the Lord set it up. This last world's war, World War III. This is what's about to happen, man. All right, it's going to be the last war. All right, before our great King comes and delivers us from the powers of evil, man. The Lord is coming, and He's coming soon. Yeah, so it says, come on, therefore, Wisdom of Solomon 2:6. Let us enjoy the good things that are present, right? Because the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Job 9:24. And let us speedily use the creatures like as in youth. Let us fill ourselves with costly wine and ointments, and let no flower of the spring pass us by. Pass us by. It says, let us crown ourselves with rosebuds before they be withered. Right. That was basically in the Greek captivity, Roman captivity. One of them, they crowned themselves with rosebuds, man. It says, let none of us go without his part of our voluptuousness, right? His part, because this is your lot, all right? The earth is given into the hand of the wicked, all right? The Lord gave you this lot, all right? Going back to the book of Revelations, I think it mentioned, and the red dragon was given power. He was given power, right? Like everything that you got, the Lord gave you that. All right. Revelations is it I want to make sure I get it right, so just bear with me. Given power. I know it's in Revelation. Revelation and power was given bear with me. It's gonna make me work for it. It's all good. I'm not tripping. I get all the time. This might be 18. And power 13. But it's one before that. Let's do the 13. That's even better. 6. That's the one, right? Yeah. Revelation 6 and 4. That's the one I was talking about. I didn't want to get it wrong. This is Revelation 6. And it's talking about Esau Edom. It says, verse 2, and I saw, and behold, a white horse, and he that sat upon him had a bow, and a crown was given unto him. Right. And he went forth conquering and to conquer. And when he had opened the second seal, I had heard the second beast say, come and see. And there went out another horse that was red, and power was given him to set thereon to take peace from the earth. And that's talking about Esau Edom and his power structure, man. To take peace from the earth. All right, the scriptures tell you in the book of Proverbs, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. And the people are mourning, man. Might have let's pull that real quick. Let's get the book of Proverbs. Proverbs 29, I believe. I'm thinking. This is Proverbs 29 and 2, and it says, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. And we don't see no people rejoicing around here, man. All right, ain't nobody rejoicing because the righteous are not in authority. Going back to Habakkuk, all right, chapter 2. All right, it might be verse 1 when it speaks about how, therefore wrong judgment proceedeth. All right, basically, because right judgments never go forth. So let me read this. It says, Proverbs 29 and 2, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. That's right. The wicked are bearing rule, and the people are mourning. People are crying in their car. People can't afford anything, man. All right, they're using great usury. All right, going back to Ezekiel chapter 28. Hold on, let me grab that scripture that I was talking about earlier about in the Habakkuk real quick. All right, because righteous judgment never goeth forth, right? This is Habakkuk, chapter 1 and 4. It says, therefore the law is slack, and judgment doeth never go forth. For the wicked doeth compass about the righteous, therefore wrong judgment proceedeth. Why is the wicked compass about the righteous? Because they rule the earth. All right? Come on, let us fill ourselves with costly wine and this, that, and the other. Let us build our bunkers and, let us crown ourselves, going back to the wisdom of Solomon that I was in. Right? It all goes back. It all goes back to that wisdom of Solomon, man. Chapter 2. It all goes back to that wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2. Right? Verse Verse 8, it says, let us crown ourselves with rosebud before they be withered. Talking about the white man. That's what he thinks. Let none of us go without his part of our voluptuousness, right? The fatness of the earth. Let us leave tokens of our joyfulness in every place, for this is our portion, and our lot is this. Verse 10, let us oppress the poor righteous man. That's right. That's why they oppress the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American, man. The poor righteous man, because they know that we're the sons of God, man. We're the sons of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua. Let us oppress the poor righteous man. That's what they think in their minds, man. They have that in their minds. They're thinking that, let us oppress the poor righteous man. Right. Let us oppress the poor righteous man. And you go into that word oppress, right? To oppression. And that's basically those curses, you know? Because we're still up under those curses, but now the curses are falling upon Esau, Edom. So I'm going to look up that word oppress, right? Oppress. To oppress, it says late 14th century, oppression. To press unduly upon or against. It says to overburden, yeah. All right, to overburden. Unjust weights is an abomination to the Lord, man. All right? The statistics say that so-called black people are arrested such and such time more than the so-called white man, even though the white man commits the most crimes, man. All right? So-called black men are exonerated. They find out that they were innocent more. All these videos keep coming up on the internet, and you see these white police officers ripping Jake out of the car, putting their feet on their neck, doing all types of things, man. All right, beating them, shooting them out of nowhere. You got the Nolan Wells case. All right, you know what I'm saying? No, basically, hey, everybody know what really happened, but they got so much power that they can get away with these things, man. All types of so-called black women and men being hung from trees outside of the back of police stations around America, man. Civil war brewing up in the background. You got all types of things happening, man. So that's oppression, all right? White man get hired first, all right? You got more credentials than him in this job, and they hire somebody else over you, and you know you should have been hired first, all right? It's oppression, all right? You got to work these jobs. You got to pay this, you got to pay that, you got to deal, all right, with the police taking your children away, and you got to pay money to see them, but you wanted to see them the whole time. Jake woman acting like you're a narcissist, but really the whole time she's narcissistic, man. All right, trying to say that you're a bad father and these things. It's oppression, man. And the Jake woman is totally, all right, binded together with the so-called white man. That's why when the judgment comes, they both going to face their judgments, man. So oppression, to overburden, to weigh down, That's why the scriptures say, all right, they shall wear out the saints, man. We're definitely overburdened, man. We're definitely going through a heavy time in our lives. And we're facing this head on, man. All right? And these devils, they planned all these things from the beginning. They knew that we was going to be overburdened. They knew that we was going to need some help. But they ain't trying to give us no help, man. They don't care nothing about your help. All right, they're hoping, all right, that you sink, that you end up homeless like everybody else. Okay? That's what their hope is, man. They hoping in that. You know, people act like they got your back and things like that. You know, you working at a job. It's like everybody's like hanging on for dear life. I'm gonna be here before he quit. I know he gonna quit. You know, people are struggling. People can't even afford anything, man. All right, a lot of people can't afford to get to work. You know, they bust a tire and it's over with. You ain't gonna be having no damn job after that. You bust a tire if you want to. Ain't no job after that, man. Ain't no job after you bust a damn tire, man. All right? That shit over with. Ain't no job after that. You ain't get no job. They don't care nothing about that. Oh, you busted a tire. Well, we already got somebody else that we wanted to bring in. You done been there for 10 years, man. Holding on for dear life. You got 4 hours of PTO left. You know? Hey, this white man got to go, man. This is a horrible situation we got in, man. This is a horrible situation that we're in. All right, this devil really got to go. He's done too much. He's done way too much, man. And he's just keep on getting away with murder. And nobody can stop this devil, man. He just gets away. All right, but the Lord's the only one that's going to stop him. All right? The Lord going to come and kill Cain, man. A.K.a. Esau. The Lord going to take his ass down. But we can't do it. The Lord going to have to do it. All right, and he's going to, man. He's going to. So yeah, man. Hey, it's going down on the earth, man. Bunch of shit is going on, man. Bunch of shit is going on, man. And to be honest, we ready for this shit to be over with, man. You see what I'm saying? We ready for the Lord to come and get us out of this place, man. You see what I'm saying? Because this is a damn haunted house, man. A damn haunted house. All right? A damn haunted house. All right? We ready for the Lord to get us out of here, man. So this is Psalms chapter 91 and 1. And it says, he that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. That's right. The secret place. Where's the secret place? Basically, all right, in these scriptures. All right, getting closer to the Lord, praying. Prayer is huge, man. Praying, giving your time, your attention to the Lord. All right? Get the Lord a few minutes a day or whatever, man. Get the Lord an hour or two. All right, you got all types of time to do everything else, but you can't get the Lord a little bit of time, man. All right, that's what the Lord wants. He wants some time, man. He wants some attention too. All right, because you can tell that he's pissed off, man. All right, the ox knoweth his owner, the ass his master's crib, but my people, he said, how the hell you don't know who your power is, man? After he didn't gave you the internet, he didn't gave you all types of things, man. You still don't know who your power is, man. You don't even consider. My people do have not considered. Oh, a people laden with iniquity, man. A seed of evildoers, man. All right? Our people don't want nothing to do with the Lord. All right, but we're gonna dwell up in the secret place, man. That secret place of the Most High. Right? See, Edom got plans to take you out, man. All right, the enemy shall come in with great wrath because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. But when you understand that it's the Lord that's controlling the enemy, being that the Lord is the one that brings the peace and brings the war, as quoted in the book of Isaiah, all right, being that the Lord is doing all those things, you can have peace in the Lord whenever you have a relationship with him, because Lord willing, he'll save you out of those situations, man. Let's go to Isaiah 45. Let me pull that real quick. Isaiah 43, hold up, Isaiah 45, the next page. Isaiah 45 and 7, it says, I form the light and create darkness. And when you think about light and darkness, right? All right, that's good and evil. All right? So the Lord said he created good and evil. It says, I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. The Lord said it plainly that he creates evil. The Lord said it plainly that he creates the evil. The shootouts, the car wrecks, the hurricanes, the earthquakes, all these things. The Lord said it plainly. All right, see, Christianity ain't going to teach you. A lot of these modern day Christians, they're not going to teach you about the fear of the Lord, man. The Lord said plainly that he created evil. See, a lot of people think that the devil is going around the earth doing his own thing. Like he just in control and He's trying to fight against the Most High and all those things like that. But that's the furthest thing from the truth. All right, as we could tell in the book of Job, it gives you an account of how Satan was talking to the Heavenly Father in the heavens. In the heavens. Oh, but he was cast out. You guys don't understand these scriptures, man. All right? No, Satan is a son of God. All right? Satan is doing his job to a T. The Lord just said it. He says, I form the light and create darkness. So the good angels and the bad angels. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord, do all these things. I make peace and create evil. So the Lord can make you sick and make you not sick. The Lord can make it so that you get into a situation to where, you know, there's a shootout and you don't get harmed because the angels are with you. Or he can make it so that, you know, you do get harmed. And the angels save you later on in the hospital. The Lord can do all those things. Hello, how you doing? So the Lord can do all these things, man. That's what we're here for, man. To tell our people to come back, to turn back to the Lord. It's that time. So I wanted to read that because here in Psalms 91, it says, verse 2, I will say unto the Lord, he is my refuge and my fortress, my power, in him will I trust. You ain't got nobody else to trust in. Who you going to trust in? The one that created good and evil? The one that can make you have a heart attack in the middle of the night? You didn't even wake up. You gone. Or what was the cause of death? He just never woke up, man. That's the one that can take or he can make it so that, you know, you go from being poor to being rich, like what he's going to do to us when he comes back. We're going to go from being on the bottom, from paying these bills and wearing our lives out by stress, to being on the top. That's the Lord is. It's easy upon the Lord to make a poor man rich, man. The Lord is in control. He's in total control. That's why we trust in the Lord, because guess what? We can't do nothing by ourselves, man. All right, but our people out here, they trust in vanity. They trust in the white man. They think that the white man's always going to be there to make sure that they got some good McDonald's, Taco Bell, some food stamps, Section 8 housing. Hey, the white man about to take all that shit away from you, man. All right? And the Lord's going to make him do it. Then the Lord say he create peace and create evil. All right? And put you and your children out in the streets, man, because, hey, you didn't want to hearken unto the voice of the Lord. And a lot of you women going to be in a bad case later on, man, in this world. Actually, real soon. All right? Because it's all types of men that wanted to take care of you. All right? But you put them to the side, man. He's like, no, I want this guy, and I want this guy to beat in your ass and keep you in the house with a black eye somewhere. All right? You never get to see your women, your friends or anything. You just beat the fuck up in a corner somewhere. All right? But you love them so much, you never call the police. You never try to do, he might kill me, right? You're so scared. You're scared shitless. But you had all types of men before that was trying to help you in your life. But you didn't want them. The Lord was sending you good men, but then you didn't want them. Now your ass in a corner somewhere and about to be murdered tonight, man. All right? Scared to call the police. Scared to run out the door. All right? Because you done fucked up. All right? You see? Now you're dying of fear. All right? And that's going to happen in these days, man. It says, surely he shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler and from the noisome pestilence. Right? If you trust in the Lord, he's going to deliver you. All right? From the snare of the fowler. Right? The one that's trying to lay a trap. Esau Edom. All right? He's trying to lay traps in your speech. If you say this, this, and anti, and all this stuff, oh, we got you on this, and we're listening to your data, and we got all this information, but you still can't find those motherfucking children, those hundreds of thousands of children, but you got all my data somewhere. Fuck you, cracker. It says, surely he shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler and from the noisome pestilences, right? The noisome pestilence, right? The COVID-19, the jab, right? The Lord delivered us from that. We didn't take that. And the people that did take it, a lot of them is dying off, man. A lot of them getting all types of stuff in their bodies, man. All right? They're still complaining. And Fauci went on trial, all right, and pleaded the fifth for like 3 hours straight, man. All right? Letting you know the white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of, man. And he'll probably get away with it too. It says, he shall cover thee with his feathers. The Lord is going to cover us with his feathers. And under his wings thou shalt trust. His truth shall be thy shield and buckler. His truth shall be thy shield and buckler. The Lord is our shield and our buckler, man. It says, thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night, nor of the arrow that flieth by day. Right. Thou shalt not be afraid of the terror by night. Why are other people are going to be afraid, and why the saints ain't going to be afraid? We can give you an example here in Isaiah, right? Chapter 33 and 6. And it says, and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times. Let's get that word stability, man. This is why you're not going to be afraid. Let's get that word stability real quick, man. Turn the whistle cloud up on here. I can't see nothing. Come on, man. Let's get that word. Stability, right? Stability. Right? Let's read that. Isaiah 33 and 6. And wisdom and knowledge. Wisdom and knowledge of what? The scriptures, the Holy Bible, the Lord, period. The fear of the Lord. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, the things that you're going through, the courses that you're going to have to take, the choices you're making, all right, of your times, the things that are going to happen to you in these last days. A lot of fire is going to happen to you. You're going to have to make hard choices. So it says the stability of thy times, the stability of your times. Hello. It says stability of persons or character, firmness or resolve, mental equilibrium, steadfastness, mental. So mental, it says firmness, solidarity, stability, durability, constancy. Right, a standing fast, firmness, security, steadfastness. Right, steadfastness. Let's go into that real quick. Steadfastness. Steadfast. Let's go to that one. Steadfast, meaning unshakable. Right. The Lord's going to test our faith. All right, you said you got faith in me. You said you had faith in this. You had faith. Well, show me your faith. All right, show me your faith by your works. Show me your faith. That's what the Lord is doing. The Lord is searching Jerusalem with candles, man. All right. The brother he ain't got no damn, internet and everything, man. But hey, in my faith, I'm still coming out here. It's all good, man. I'm still gonna upload the video. Hey, there's gonna be a famine of the word is coming out, man. A famine of the word is coming. It's gonna be real soon too, man. Steadfast, it says unshakable, stubborn, resolute, unshakable from what? The fiery darts of the wicked. Why? Let's go to that real quick. Unshakable. How are you unshakable? Ephesians 6 and 12, it says, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against rulers of darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. Spiritual wickedness in high places. Wherefore take unto you the whole armor of power, that you may be able to withstand in the evil day. That's right. And having done all to stand, stand therefore, having your loins girt about with truth, and having on a breastplate of righteousness. Right. And your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel, and above all taking on a shield of faith, wherewith you should be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked. So there's things that are aiming at us. There's things that are aiming at us, trying to knock us off our pivot in the Lord. It says unshakable, right? Firm and fixed in purpose. Faith, steadfast, meaning faith. Secure in position, steady, firm in its place. Firm in its place, man. All right, when the waves is shaking, when that Luke 21 coming to pass, right? What's that story? See, the Lord gonna keep us. He gonna keep us when the waves are shaking, right? I'm gonna go to the story that the Lord said. He said, "Ye of little faith," right? Ye of little faith. What's up, man?
What up? What you doing?
Preaching the word.
Yeah.
Yep. How you doing, bro? You all right?
Running, man.
You enjoy the word?
Huh?
You enjoy the Lord? Yeah? Well, that's a no. Yeah. See, white men be thinking that this world gonna continue. They think that this world gonna continue, man. I can't tell if you're an Israelite or not, but this is Matthew 8. And Matthew 8 and 23, and it says, "And when he was entered into a ship, his disciples followed him. And behold, there arose a great tempest in the sea." That's right. The sea, right? The sea and the waves roaring, Luke 21. A great tempest in the sea. All right, you got bills, you got all types of things. A great tempest in the sea, stress, depression, all types of things upon the people. A great tempest in the sea. The Lord is pushing this tempest in the sea. All right, pushing Esau, Edom to lay on those sore strokes. So there's a great tempest in the sea, which is your people. All right, but right here it was in the real sea. But you think about the tempest and you think about the sea and you think about the people, and it's like this is like real life. Like you go through different hurricanes, different storms in your life, trying to in the midst of those storms, you call on the Lord, man. Just like they're gonna do right here. It says, "And when he was entered into the ship, his disciples followed him, and behold, there arose a great tempest in the sea." Right. Insomuch that the ship was covered with waves, but he was asleep. That's right. See, the Lord, he was asleep. And his disciples came to him and awoke him, saying, "Lord, save us, we perish." That's right. And that's what we're doing right now. Saying, "Lord, save us, we perish. We can't afford this rent, Lord. We can't afford this. We can't afford this bill. All right, we can't afford to eat." Or whatever it is, we remind the Lord, "Lord, you said that you was gonna, my servant shall eat, but you should be thirsty. My servant shall drink." You gotta remind the Lord. But we're definitely in that tempest in the sea right now, man. Going through those fiery trials, man. All right, the Lord had to go through those fiery trials. What more for us? He was asleep at this moment. He wasn't worried about nothing, but we find ourselves walking around worried about everything all the time. All right, because that's the condition of our minds is to worry about everything. Worry if we're going to be able to pay the bills. Worry if we're going to be able to keep our vehicle. Vehicles are getting repoed all the time, every single day. All right, a person only got 2 more payments. All right, but if they make that last payment or that payment before that, you know what I'm saying? Like then they late on their rent. All right, now they late on this and people are making lifetime decisions at the pump. I'm not talking about just regular people. Some of us be going through shit like that, man. So we're in that fire. We're facing those great tempests. We're facing that great fire. But who's going to be with us in that fire? The Lord said he's going to be with you in the fire, man. So it says, and behold, there arose a great tempest in the sea, insomuch that the ship was covered with waves. But he was asleep, and his disciples came to him and awoke him, saying, "Lord, save us, we perish." And that's what we're doing every single day, saying, "Lord, save us, we perish." We're literally praying to the Lord every single day to save us, man, from the midst of the seas, to save us from being destroyed by that great tempest. All right, by this great destruction that he's bringing, by the great famine, by the great darkness, by the great civil wars, by the MOT, by the mark of the beast. Lord, save us. we perish. It says, and he said unto them, why are ye fearful, O ye of little faith? That's right. Then he arose and rebuked the winds in the sea, and there was a great calm. So the Lord is going to rebuke the winds and the sea, and there's going to be a great calm. That great calm when we go up into those chariots, man. That's going to be our great calm when the Lord finally comes and delivers us up, man. Starting the book of Matthew 24, right? Oh, ye of little faith. Let's read, enter into thy chambers, right? And that's what the Lord is bringing. The Lord, it says, Isaiah 26:20, right? And it says, come my people, enter thou into thy chambers, right? We're going to go into the chariots. That's going to be that great calm. Until then, until we get changed and transformed, we're not going to have no peace. Ain't no peace coming. The Lord don't want you to be comfortable. He wants you to trust in him through all. That's why you got to stress that fact that the Lord said, he that endureth to the end. Now, why is that such a big point? Because the fire is going to get so heavy that brothers are going to fall out. But right now, I'm doing my video without the live. I'm just doing it. I upload it later. I've seen many brothers do that, but usually I don't do that. That lets brothers know, you know what I'm saying, that, hey, maybe the brother going through something. Maybe I should reach out to the brother somehow. All right? So we got, man. All right? We got. These jobs, they're going to fade away. You know, your car, your house, those bills, that's all going to fade away, man. It says, come my people, enter thou into thy chambers, into the huge chariot. The Lord's going to come in a huge chariot, man, covering the sky. All right, delivering his people. Going back to Matthew chapter 24, which I'll read it. Let's go to Matthew 24, right? Because this is heavy. We got to read that too. Right? We got to read that right now, because I keep on saying it. Matthew 24 and 30. Matthew 24 and 30. And then shall appear a sign, right? And then shall appear a sign of the Son of Man in heaven. And then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn. And they shall see the Son, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. That's going to be UFO, man. The Lord's going to come in a huge UFO with power and great glory, and everybody's going to see him. It says, and he shall send his angels with the great sound of a trumpet. So he's going to send his angels, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of heaven unto the other. So he's going to send his angels, literally, and they're going to gather together his people, his elect of his people, from every corner of the earth, man. From all around the earth. He's going to gather them up into that huge chariot that's going to be covering the earth, man. All right? That's why the scriptures tell you men's hearts fell in them for fear. Like when they look up and they see that our salvation is actually here, because the story of the Most High, the story of his Son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus, that whole story is like, a lot of people think it's really not true. They don't really believe in it. They really just, you know, they're seeing everything, but they're not putting two and two together. They're just like, whatever, you know. But those things are actually going to happen. Just like in the Bible said that there was going to be plagues and pestilences in the last days. Did not this whole earth go through COVID-19? Did not they push a vaccine on the people, in which millions of people took and are still dying to this day? People, families were forced to separate. That's a plague, man. What about the earthquake in Turkey not too long ago that took like 50,000 people? What about that Tonga volcano that erupted, like that was up under the water not too long ago or something? What about all types of signs like that? What about that eclipse that happened a few years back? Everybody had the little glasses, and as soon as that happened, all types of horrible things started happening in the earth, man. What about that damn spaceship that was out there that they was talking? That was like something. It was some kind of spaceship that was out there, man. They was like taking pictures of it, man. Signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars. All right, all types of signs, man. Great death upon the nations, man. World War III is going on in the background. They putting this AI together. AI getting loose from some kind of AI getting loose and terrorizing other AIs and other systems. Terminator type shit going on, man. AI looking for a body. So all these things, man, all these things ain't gonna be around. All this stuff is gonna fade away, man. All these buildings, all these cars, the tires that are on them, everything is gonna fade away. This glass, these street signs, the light poles and all the electricity up under the ground, above the ground, the gas pipes, oil, this, that, and the other, the copper, all this shit is gonna fade away. And it's gonna fade away soon. All right, first the people are gonna fade away. The people are gonna kill each other. All right, a lot of people are gonna die in this third world war and the civil war that's coming to America. All right, people are about to take the mark of the beast. A lot of people are about to line up. They would have lined up yesterday. They can't even help it. They hungry right now. If they said, take this thing inside your hand or your forehead right now, and you could be able to eat forever and shit, everybody will fucking line up and take that shit, man. Everybody's gonna take it. You can't go to school unless you take it. You can't go to work unless you take it. All these people are gonna take it, man. They already lined up in line. They would have took it a few years ago. They've been in line already, man. But the Lord is going to deliver his elect. Let's go to this one. Since I'm talking about that MOTB, that mark of the beast. I like to just call it the mark of the beast. That's what it is. Revelations chapter 13. And we'll get that. Revelation chapter 13. Right? In 11 it says, and I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. The Democrat, the Republican. All right? Back in the day, it was the Pelagians and the patricians of Rome. That's why Rome is America 2.0. Now it's the same thing, but it's the Democrat Republican. All right? All these people are split up over these things. Isaiah chapter 19 talks about basically Egyptian versus Egyptian, American versus American, Democrat versus Republican. All right? Those are civil wars that are going to happen here in America real soon, man. All right? People are turning on each other because of those parties. It says, two horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. And he exerciseth all the power of the first beast before him, talking about the Roman Empire, and causeth the earth and them that which dwell therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed. That's right. Whose deadly wound was healed through America, basically. America brought back that Roman system. All right, that whole system, all those different gods and goddesses and those different things that people worship. All right, man with man and sacrificing children to Moloch, all those things, man, all those different systems. All right, those different gods. All right, that bestiality, idolatry, fornication, all those things, man. They worship that here in America. And they push all that through their internet and through their ads. It's all types of ads to be popping up. All right, they destroyed the food. The food is destroyed. They destroyed everything, man. They destroyed the water. You can't really drink water. You know, you got to pray over that water, that tap water, whatever you got to drink, even the bottled water. You know, pray over that too, because hey, you never know what they doing to these water, man. You got to pay for water. Just think about that. Like you didn't have to pay for water back in the day, man. The white man had destroyed the damn water, man. All right, you look around the earth and hey, it's a drought upon her waters, man. The Lord is not playing, man. It's a drought upon Lake Mead, upon the Colorado River, a drought upon this river and that river. A lot of these rivers, a lot of these lakes are that they're freaking all the way down, man. The Nile, all these rivers are constantly, you know what I'm saying, over the years, the Lord is taking away the waters, man. It's a drought upon the waters, man. All right? And it says, verse 13, and it says, and he doeth great wonders, Revelations 13 and 13. And he doeth great wonders so that he maketh fire cometh down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men. Talking about the white man. Right. He had those bombs come down on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. And even before that, it's like 10 more before that. Right? Nobody could do that before he did. It says, and he doeth great wonders. Right. So that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men. And deceiveth them that dwell upon the earth by means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast. Right. That was a great miracle. Putting those bombs and letting those bombs come down on Hiroshima, Nagasaki. His so-called space race. Putting whatchamacallit orbiting into space. That was a great miracle. All right, but the Lord said, though he go up into the to the higher atmosphere, thence will I take him down. Though he hide himself up under the earth, though he hide himself in the ocean, then will I command the serpent to bite him. So no matter where you go in your bunkers or whatever you're doing, with your great miracles, your AI and all this bull crap, the Lord's going to take you from there, man. So you're not going to get away. It says, by means of those miracles, which he had power to do in the sight of the beast. Who gave him the power? The Lord did. Saying to them that dwell upon the earth that they should make an image to the beast, which had the wound by the sword that did live. So this devil is saying to everybody that they should make an image to the beast, to this system, to their new world order. All right? If you look at the Georgia Guidestones, first commandment was maintain humanity up under 500 million. All right? They're killing off a lot of people, man, through the food, through the water, through the air. They spraying stuff in the air. All right, through the internet. Hey, a lot of people are depressed because of Facebook and TikTok and Instagram. All right, a lot of depression is going out through these witchcraft projects. All right, through bills and things like that. It's a constant war on your mind. You're not able to free your mind. You're not able to realize that there's a better way, and that's the Lord. You're not able to, because you're stuck in that trap of Esau Edom, in that beast system, in your mind, man. It starts in your mind, and that's where the devil roams. That's why people getting AI girlfriends, right? They got a whole AI girlfriend, man. It's telling them to do stuff to their family members. All right, the AI tell them to do this and tell them to do that, man, and then they do it, man. That's a demon. That's a demon, man. Like you're literally talking to something that's not even really there, man. It ain't got the AI looking for some flesh and bones to get in. All right, which ultimately is going to be those chips. All right, and AI looking for some flesh and bones to get in. Yeah, they're gonna be the real zombies, man. Those people, they're gonna recognize the people that don't have the chip. It's gonna be like the Walking Dead. They gonna be looking at him like, man, he ain't got the chip. He ain't got the chip. We're gonna get his ass. We're gonna turn them in, you know, and start biting on them or whatever. Whatever the people make them do. The day is coming like it's gonna be like no other, man. All right, Daniel's chapter 12, Ezekiel chapter 9, Jeremiah chapter 30. Hey, the light's going out in this mug, man. Maybe let's get to some of those. Let's finish this though. Revelations 13 and 15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, right, this new world order, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause as many that would not worship the image of the beast. And how's he speaking? Through his legislation. Going back to Isaiah chapter 9. It says, verse Isaiah chapter 10, speaking about unrighteous decrees, right? Let's see if I can pull that real quick. Yeah, it says, woe unto them, Isaiah chapter 10 and 1. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees. Unrighteous decrees through what? Their laws, through their legislation. All right? They make this AI do certain things through their laws, through their legislation. They got the people all poor and messed up out here through what? Through their laws, through their legislation. All right, they're going to set laws and legislation up to mandatory people get that mark of the beast. Or else they're going to put them to death. All right? That's what the world is coming with. That's what's about to happen next in the earth. All right, this system is going to crash. American dollar is going to crash. And they're going to crash the system. It's going to be some blackouts. It's going to be some shit. Little bitty wars and skirmishes in the streets. Civil war going to break out. All right, and then they're going to offer an ultimatum. All right, either you take this mark, all right, or you die. Right? You can make America great again. We can make everything great again if you just take this mark of the beast. So it says, woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that write grievousness which they have prescribed, to turn aside the needy from judgment, and to take away the right from the poor of my people, that widows may be their prey. Right, they prey on the widows, man. They rape the widows, the little children. Are they still doing that right now today? And that they may rob the fatherless, yeah. They rob the fatherless, man. Put them in concentration camps. All right, take them to underground bunkers, and you know what else happens, man. So that's what we're fighting against. Wickedness in high places, man. All right, these devils they make the laws. They make the criminal justice system so they're getting away with murder around every corner, man. That's why you never find any of those children. You're never going to find them, man. They're gone. Revelations chapter 13 and 15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause as many that would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. That's the time that's coming upon the earth, man. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Right, that mark going into that charagma, right? All right, which also, that charagma is basically a stamp, a badge of servitude. Basically, you gave your life to the devil instead of to the Lord. All right, now you got to face the consequences. All right, now you got to face the Lord, the Almighty, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. All right, because in chapter 14, the Lord said, hey, everybody that takes that mark. So you basically chose your side. And that's what you see out here. A bunch of people are choosing their sides. That's why you got a lot of people that they're fully set in their ways to do evil. They're fully set in that Christianity or in that Satan worship, and that Buddha worship, that Islam and whatever else. They're set in that. All right, because that's what they want. They had a chance, like the scriptures say, time and chance happened to them all. But everybody ain't gonna understand this truth, man. Everybody ain't gonna understand this truth. The Lord didn't want everybody. It says, and cause as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. So a lot of people are going to die because they're not going to follow this system that the government is planning. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, everybody, to receive a mark, a charagma, a badge of servitude. All right? And then that word charagma goes into charax, which is basically the needle. Right? Which, that charax, the root word of that, goes into grapho, which is the data that they're going to use. All right, see, just like your phones are collecting data, sooner or later they're going to be able to implement your phone up under your skin in a form of a microchip, which they're doing it right now in different countries. So nobody's going to be carrying a phone around. It's just going to be on you. It's going to be in your head. It's going to be in your body, and you're going to have that mark on you, man. bad to servitude to what? Esau, Edom, so-called white man, the devil the Bible speaks of. And you're going to worship him, and you're not going to worship the Lord. And in verse 14, or chapter 14, it tells you what's going to happen to them, man. But let me finish up verse 16. And causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. This time is coming right now. Right, you got that one dude, the one black guy, so-called black guy. He got that chip in his head or whatever, and it's changing his eye color, and you're able to move the mouse, and move things with your microchip. You know, play video games and move around without having a mouse or a controller or whatever. You're able to do a bunch of unlock your car, unlock your house, and things like that. All right, a bunch of things for convenience. All right, they're gonna bring it out as convenience, right? It's convenient. You can easily pay with this. You don't have to worry because the dollar's crashed, and now you can easily pay with this. It's very convenient that they scan your iris, your eyes, and things like that. All right, that's gonna be a part of the system. It's already coming. It says, and that no man might buy or sell. So you're not going to be able to buy or sell, man. You're not going to be able to do anything in the market. You're not going to be able to get a house. You're not going to be able to get a car. You're not going to be able to go to work, get some gas in your vehicle or anything, unless you have this. It says, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. That's right. And then chapter 14, Revelation chapter 14, and verse 8, and it says, and there followed another angel saying, Babylon, aka America, is fallen. So this place is going to fall. This is coming up. It's fallen, that great city, because she made all nations drink of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. Right. Homosexuality, everything else, man. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast in his image, right, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, so you got in that line and you received it, because it's going to be a choice. That's why it's called the hour of temptation. All right, the hour of temptation. You're going to make a choice to take that thing or not. And the Lord going to make the choice to destroy your ass, man. All right, that's why we must constantly pray to the Lord to keep us in the right spirit, man. Keep us fearing in the fear of the Lord. Because as these people's stomachs start to growl even more and more, they're going to count on the white man to feed them, man. All right, they're going to count on the government to get out of this situation. Not knowing that they should count on the Lord. Not knowing that they knew it. They're going to know it in that day. You'd have seen the prophets. They was warning you to get a closer relationship with the Lord. Now you out there, you've been homeless around the same people that you was throwing rocks at, throwing change at. Now you had to walk past them, and they doing better than you, and you in the street somewhere in the woods, and somebody done took your daughter, and all types of stuff, man. You dirty, ain't had a shower in months, ain't ate in a whole damn week. All right, getting chased, people trying to eat you. You're going to realize in that day, man. You're going to realize in that day. Hey, those are the prophets. They were trying to tell me about this day coming, man. It says, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High Yahweh, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the lambs. And their smoke and their torment ascended up forever and ever. And they have no rest day nor night. Yeah, that's the second death, man. You're gonna be in that, man. All right? When our great king comes back. And before that time, a bunch of things are gonna get heavier and heavier, man. That's why you need to be up under the Lord's wings in these days. That's why you need to have faith in these days, man. You need to have that relationship with Yahweh Bashim Yahushua in these days, man. All right? Let me get a few more. 144. Let's get this water out. Call him like Yahweh Bashmi Shai. Yeah, so basically, man, that's let's get some lessons. Let's get some more. This is Isaiah. Isaiah chapter 32. Isaiah 32. And verse 9, it says, "Rise up, ye women that are at ease, hear my voice, ye careless daughters, give ear unto my speech. Many days and years shall you be troubled, ye careless women, for the vengeance shall fall, and the gathering shall not come." And I had to read that because a lot of the people that are going to be hurt in these days are a lot of the women. They're going to be hurt. They're going to lose children. They're going to be raped. They're going to be all types of things, man. People are going to be taking full advantage of these women, man. All right? People going to be taking full advantage of it, man. All right? Men, all right, they're going to take full advantage, man. All right, when the lights go out, when the government cut off that Section 8, when things like that happen, hey, a lot of them women going to be trying to call guys that were trying to help them in the beginning, but they're going to get the dial tone, man. They're looking for a man of the Lord finally, after this guy that beat the shit out of them for most of their life. And the man of the Lord was trying to get him away from him, trying to provide for her and help her. All right, but she couldn't help it. She'd give it to this nigga that's beating the hell out of her every day. Well, hey, man, you wanted what you wanted, man. All right? The Lord's going to give you up to your own devices. All right? So you're going to be troubled in those days, man. All right? And you're going to need a man of the Lord to keep you and your children safe. All right? That's why I don't know why a lot of you women, especially on the internet, on these videos, you might as well make your shot. Take your shot on the man, man, and the truth. Go where he at or whatever you got to do, man. Go talk to that man. All right? If you have, you know what I'm saying? Like, because this is deadly serious, man. This is deadly serious. All right, we're coming to bring the message, man. All praise on the good Yahweh Shemi Shah. This is let's get some of these proverbs real quick. First, I want to read the rest of this Habakkuk. This is Habakkuk, chapter 1, or chapter 3, right? Because this is what people are going to be thinking. It says, verse 1, a prayer of Habakkuk the prophet upon Shigionoth. It says, "O Lord, I have heard thy speech and was afraid." Right, so this word should make you afraid, man. All right, there's nothing better than the fear of the Lord. Yahweh Shemi Shah. This word should make you afraid. It should force you to your knees. It should force you to your feet, force you to your knees to pray. You know, force you to your feet to move. Should make you haste, man. It says, "O Lord, I have heard thy speech and was afraid." Right, because the scriptures are filled with mournings, lamentations, and woes, man. Matter of fact, let me grab that real quick. Mournings and lamentations and woes, man. Don't forget the scripture. What it say? Mournings, lamentations, and woes. Let me write that down. And that's what the scriptures are filled with, man. Mournings, lamentations, and woes. Ezekiel 2:10. I'll start at verse Ezekiel 2. Let's grab that real quick. Ezekiel 2. And I'll start at 1. It says, "And he said unto me, Son of man, stand upon thy feet." Right. This word will make you haste, man. It'll make you stand upon your feet. "And I will speak unto thee. And the Spirit entered into me when he spake unto me and set me upon my feet. And I heard him that spake unto me. And he said unto me, Son of man, I send thee to the children of Israel, to a rebellious nation," so-called Negroes like Latinos and Native Americans, man. And they have rebelled against me. They and their fathers have transgressed against me, even unto this very day. That's right. That's what we're talking to you Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. All right, you're supposed to hearken. This word should make you want to hearken to get right, man. And he said unto me, Son of man, I send thee to the children of Israel, to a rebellious nation that have rebelled against me. They and their fathers have transgressed against me, right, by worshiping idols, even unto this very day. For they are impudent children and stiff-hearted. I do send thee unto them, and thou shalt say unto them, Thus saith the Lord power. And they, whether they will hear or whether they will forbear, for they are a rebellious house, yet shall know that there have been a prophet among you. That's right. So we've come to preach this word. We don't care what you say or anything like that. We know that you're going to be rebellious, man. It says, And thou, son of man, be not afraid of them, neither be afraid of their words. Though briars and thorns be with thee. That's right, because that's how Jake is, man. And thou doest well among scorpions. Be not afraid of their words, nor be dismayed at their looks, though they be a rebellious house. And thou shalt speak my words unto them, whether they will hear or whether they will forbear, for they are most rebellious. But thou, son of man, hear what I say unto thee. Be thou not rebellious like to that rebellious house. Open thy mouth and eat that I give thee. Open thy mouth and eat that I give thee. Right? These scriptures, man, that's filled with mournings, lamentations, and woes. All right, and we're going. We eat this roll, and we go to teach the children of Israel, teach our people, man. All right, about the good things, the bad things, mainly about the prophecies, the things that are going to happen in these last days. You already see World War III happen. You already see the dollar crashing, the famine, the people are hungry, the joblessness. You're already seeing all these things. The signs in the sun, the moon and the stars, the multiple school shootings, the killings, the genocides on people. You're seeing all these things, man. The Lord spoke about these things, man. The signs in the heavens, the sun and the moon and the stars, everything is making all types of different changes. The changes in the climate, everything. It says, And when I looked, behold, an hand was sent unto me, and lo, a roll of a book was therein. And he spread it before me, and it was written within and without. And there was written therein, in this book, there was written therein this book, lamentations and mournings and woe. Lamentations meaning tears, man, and mournings and tears and woe, destruction. Lamentations, warnings, and woes, man. So that's what this book is filled with. So this should make you haste. Going back to Habakkuk chapter 3 and 2. O Lord, I have heard thy speech and was afraid. Right. O Lord, revive thy work in the midst of the years. In the midst of the years, make known. In wrath, remember mercy. In wrath, remember mercy. Because we all remember how Isaiah chapter 5 and 7 goes into the Lord. He says, I form the light and I create darkness. All right, so it's the Lord that's bringing the darkness upon the place, man. Gross darkness to people. A lot of gross darkness to people. It's the Lord that's doing all those things, man. So as we're seeing all these things come to pass, man, we got to get ready. Let me go to 1 Peter. 1 Peter. Let's get that one. 1 Peter chapter 4. Maybe think about 2 Peter. Let's go to it. It's 1 Peter chapter 4. And this is verse 7. It says, But the end of all things is at hand. Right. Be ye therefore sober and watch unto prayer. Be ye therefore sober and watch unto prayer, man. Because why? The end of all things is at hand. Be ye therefore sober and watch unto prayer. And that's what you got to do. Be sober-minded towards the Lord, right? Be ye therefore sober and watch unto prayer. Let me get this Romans real quick. See what that says. Romans chapter what? 13. And knowing that the time, Romans 13 and 11, right? What did the first scripture say? 1 Peter chapter 4 and 7, it says, but the end of all things is at hand. That's right. You can tell it's in the air. The end of all things is at hand. It says, be ye therefore sober and watch unto prayer. Be ye therefore sober and watch unto prayer. That's the commandment. Romans 13 and 11, the precept that, and that knowing that the time that is now, it is high time to awake out of sleep. Right, high time to awake out of sleep. For our salvation is nearer than when we believe, man. Our salvation is nearer than when we believe. So it's high time to awake out of sleep. All of those things that you're worried about, this world, you're worried about the bills and all these things like that all the time, man. All this shit is going to pass away. That's why the scriptures tell you in 2nd Esdras, chapter 14, right? It says in chapter 4, 2nd Esdras chapter 14. Let me go to that real quick. It says 2nd Esdras chapter 14 and 10, right? It says verse 13, actually. It says, now therefore set thine house in order and reprove thy people. Right, set thine house in order. It starts with yourself first, right? And reprove thy people. Comfort such of them as be in trouble, and now renounce corruption. Corruption is everything that's tied to this world, to Babylon the Great America, man. Right, it's August 9th, right? About 5:30, right? The brothers, they would be seeing me live right now, but obviously I can't go live, but I'll be live sooner or later, brothers. Lord willing. It says, let go from thee mortal thoughts, verse 14, right? Worried about this, worried about the rent, worried about everything that you can't control. Sometimes you gotta give that crap to the Lord, man. You know, brothers might be looking at you like, damn, you can't afford the phone or this, that, you can't afford this, you can't afford that. Well, everybody got certain lots. Everybody got different things that they're going through, man. All right, that's why it's good to have brothers around. If you do got brothers around or whatever, and take advantage of that, man. You know? It says, let go from the mortal thoughts, cast away the burdens of man, put off now the weak nature. Worried about everything, man. Matthew chapter 6 told you not to worry about everything. He said, if I clothe the grass of the field, what more for you? Right? And set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee, because in these times, a lot of our thoughts are going to be heavy to us, man. It's going to be heavy thoughts. That's all you got to do. How can I do this? How can I do that? It's always something, man. It says, and set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee, and haste thee to flee from these times. Right, get your mind ready. Get your spirit ready to be a pilgrim. All right, because that house ain't always going to be there. That car ain't always going to be there. You might have to be on the street. You might have to get a bike. You might have to be in the woods somewhere or in an abandoned building, have to set up posts. You might have to get with some people. All right, a few of them, just a few, just 5. You never know. You got to watch them too. You're going to have to watch them too. We come into a heavy time, man. It says, for yet greater evils than those which thou hast seen happen shall be done hereafter. For look how much the world shall be weaker through age. Right, man. Like, I used to see the trees. There used to be mulberry trees everywhere. There used to be like berry trees all over the streets, apple trees in different people's yards. We used to go to the bus stop. There used to be apple trees everywhere, man. All right, the world is getting weaker. We don't see those trees anymore. And also, everything is getting weaker. People's bodies are breaking down more. The food is weak. The air is weak. The air got chemicals in it. The water got forever chemicals in it. They're taking all the water. You got to drink water from bottled water now. Everything is weaker through age. For look how much more the world shall be weaker through age. So much more shall evils increase upon them that dwell therein. That's right. So much more shall evils increase upon them that dwell therein. Right. This is 1 Peter chapter 4 and 12. Beloved, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial which is to try you yet. So you're going to have to go through hell and back. All right. You had to go through a lot of things, and our Lord had to go through a lot of things, man. All right, this is our lot. This is what we signed up for, man. We had to go through hell and high water. All right, to do anything in this place, man. All right. For look how much the world, it says, beloved, thinking not strange concerning the fiery trial which is to try you, as though some strange thing happened unto you. That's right. Because when you come to serve the Lord, that's what the scriptures say in the book of not Maccabees, in the book of Sirach, right? Dude, the air ain't even blowing that hard, man. What the fuck? It's almost time to go anyway, man. This is Wisdom of Solomon. No, it's Sirach. Sirach chapter 2 and 1, it says, my son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. Set thy heart aright and constantly endure. That's right. Going back to letting go from the mortal thoughts. All right? All right, as this time goes on, then you're going to be more tempted. The battle is going to pick up, man, in the spiritual realm. All right, the battle between your mind and things that are going on, man. Fucking demons, man. You know, it's a huge battle. But we wrestle not against flesh and blood. Literally, you're battling every single day. People don't see the things that you see. They don't feel the battle that you feel. They're not going through those things that you're going through. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thyself for temptation. Set thy heart aright and constantly endure it. And make not haste in time of trouble. That's right. Make not haste in time of trouble, right? All right, because things are going to get hard. All right, the Lord wants you to remember. Remember those things that in which you were taught, man. All right, make not haste in times of trouble. It says, cleave unto him and depart not away. Cleave unto who? The Lord. Yahweh Shem Yahushua, going back to Psalms chapter 91. Cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end. That's right, our last end. All right, because the Lord's going to remember all of our works, all right, whenever we in that fire. All right, and the Lord knows who is his. But the Lord is going to save us by the works that we had, by the things that we was doing, man, by our integrity, all right, by our trust and our faith in him, by those prayers you was constantly sending, by your changing according to the word. All those things are going to come and play in these last few seconds of Babylon the Great. All right, they're going to come before the Lord's eyes. And he can be like, yeah, that's my man. Save him from that. Do this, that, and the other. All right, the drones gonna be acting like they coming to get you or whatever. They gonna walk right past your face without seeing you, man, because the Lord gonna put them angels there, man. You remember the story of how in Sodom and Gomorrah, the angels blinded those men that wanted to get in there and rape the angels, man. They blinded them, man. All right, so the Lord can make the drones blind. He can make the army blind. They just walk right past you and your children, man. Great miracles are going to be performed in these last days, man. All right, but you got to have that belief right now. You got to have that faith build up in the Lord right now. All right, because those times is coming, man. It's time to get right with the Lord, man. It says, verse 4, whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully and be patient. Right, so you might have to suffer a little bit. When thou art changed to a low estate, yeah, you might lose your job. You might lose your car. You might lose your apartment. But you might be off of work for 4 or 5 months like I was, man. And you might get evicted. You might go through certain things. All right, but then the Lord, he'll help you out in certain other ways, man, that you need. All right, because sooner or later, everybody's getting evicted. Ain't nobody going to have no damn house. Ain't nobody going to have no job sooner or later, man. All this shit is about to go away. That's my main point of today. Everything is about to go away. Matter of fact, let's close off in this. It says, for gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. Right, and that's what you're going to have to go through. It says, believe in him and he will help thee. Right, that's your choice. If you're going to believe in the Lord, then he said he will help you. It's not any of that might help you or no, believe in me, the Lord said, and I'll help you. All right, trust in me, trust in my fear. Fear me first, and then I'll help you, man. It says, believe in me and I will help thee. Order thy way aright and trust in him. Right, get yourself right, man. Ye that fear the Lord, wait for his mercy, and go not aside lest ye fall. Ye that fear the Lord, believe him, and your reward shall not fail. Ye that fear the Lord, hope for good, and for everlasting joy and mercy. That's right, for everlasting joy and mercy, man. Ye that fear the Lord. This is 2 Peter. Or 1 Peter, chapter, I think it's in, let's go to 2 Peter. 2 Peter, chapter 3. Knowing this first, this is 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 8. And it says, but beloved, be not ignorant of this one thing, that one day is with the Lord as 1,000 years, and 1,000 years is one day. The Lord is slack. The Lord is not slack concerning his promise. Right, his prophecies and promises. As some men count slackness. Right, you got to think about the timing of the Lord, man. Though it tarry, the scriptures say, wait for it, it will surely come, it will not tarry. The Lord is not slack concerning his promise, as some men count slackness, but is long suffering to usward, not willing that any should perish, but that all should come to repentance. That's what the Lord really wants. He wants you to come to repentance. But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise. Right, those missiles, man. And the elements shall melt with fervent heat. All the buildings, all the cars, the tires, the engines, the underground tunnels, the underground gas pipes, they're all gonna blow. The lightning, the electric poles everywhere, the stop signs, stop lights, all that's gonna go, man. Your house, these buildings, your job. It says the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. That's in the New Testament. All right? And the earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up. So your job's going to get burned up. You got to leave this stuff behind. Everything's going to get burned up. Everything's going to stay here, man. It's not going into the kingdom. All these stop lights, these stop signs, these schools, these businesses, these universities, these food places, all of them are going to be burned up, man. And the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The elements, carbon, what was those elements chart that we used to read in the 5th grade? All those elements going to be melted, man. It says, seeing that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness, looking for and hastening unto the coming of the day of the Most High, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. So what manner of persons ought we to be in all godliness and all holy conversation? That's pretty much it, man. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakakadosh. Double honors to my apostles and others, the great millstone. Peace and salutations to the whole elect. Shalom.